I finished The Prince of Tides yesterday while Super Bowl was on, and I pushed through it. It's a Southern classic, and I'm giving it 3 stars, and that's pushing it. I'm giving it 3 stars because his storytelling is amazing. His vocabulary, insane. I learned lots of new words, highlighted lots of stuff because I had to read this on my Kindle because who can read writing that tiny? I did not find a character to like in that book until 70% in, and that's even, I don't even know if it was even at that point. At 70% in is when the climax of the book happened. And so up until then, it was hard to get back into it and want to read. The main character, Tom, was a typical Southern boy who played football in high school and had a self-inflated ego because of that, and didn't think that anything else was expected of him but being a good ball player. A major mother wound, lots of mommy issues, and the parents were horrible people, and lots of suppressed trauma, which as a Southerner is kind of a legacy that we continue just to carry down the line, ancestrally, just shoving it down, just keep on shoving that down and not talk about it. So I mean, I got that part of the book, that there's a lot of suppressed trauma and then issues come out of that. And there were so many other stories though that were told that were just irrelevant, that made no sense. And because he's so good with words, I wasn't sure why the N word was used so excessively. I mean, it was jarring. It was jarring. You know, I just read David Baldacci last month, and he chose to use that word in a different way, and I appreciated that. And I understand this book was written, I think it's like the 1970 or something, in the Deep South. I totally get that, but it's offensive and hard to read, and it was jarring. I mean, there was a whole chapter on when their school is integrated, and there's one black boy who comes in their school, and the N word was used. I didn't count, but I'm gonna guess it was like 100 times in that chapter. And the chapter had nothing to do with the rest of the story. It didn't make any other character more endearing. It didn't make me think, oh, okay, maybe a new side of them is gonna show. Nope, it did not. They were still the same. They were still the same awful people. The sister is the only one who really I could root for through the book, but still, you don't really get to connect with her because she's hidden away, and so you don't really get to connect with her. You're connecting with her through the brother. And by the way, the connection with the siblings is a little incestual. I'm sure I'm reading into that, but the kissing on the neck, he mentions it a few times, also with his daughter, kissed her on the neck. Between he and his mom, she kissed him on the neck. It was a little red flag for me, little blinking like red light, like something's off here. It just wasn't my favorite book. It felt like English homework, and I'm giving it 3 stars because of the storytelling, but then also because, I mean, you know, like I'm wondering if it wasn't Pat Conroy, known as like a Southern writer, who I'm wondering if in a few days, if I'll be like, actually, it was just 2 stars. I texted my mom, my aunt, Stephanie, who I was buddy reading. Like, I reached out to all the people and was like, have you read this book? What did you think about it? Because just full of whiny mommy issue and wanting no help. And from what I understand, I haven't ever seen the movie. From what I understand, it's mostly about the relationship between Tom and the psychiatrist. But I don't even see like a true love connection here. To me, it was like, that was like, and it might have been because I was skimming pages at some points. Because at some points, you have to like, okay, dude, hurry it up. Anyway, I've been thinking about it since I finished it last night. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I think it's a good thing when a book makes you think. But it was not a 5-star read for me, not anywhere close. And who's giving this 5 stars? Men?